Hello, I'm Lynn Bondurant, and in this program, the Moonwalk series continues. In this show, we relive that magic moment when Neil Armstrong made one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. We listen to people from all over the world voice their opinions of what Apollo 11 success means to them.
Look down. Look down. That fragile bubble of life afloat on a sea of nothing. Spaceship Earth.
plus 00190. Roll is your option. Pitch 213-357. Noun 44 is NA. Delta VT 00197. 003 00152. Apollo 11, this is Houston. I've got the morning news here if you're interested, over.
Yeah, we sure are. We're ready to copy and comment. Okay, first off, looks like it's going to be impossible to get away from the fact that you guys are dominating all the news back here in Earth. Even Pravda in Russia is headlining the mission and calls Neil the czar of the ship. I think maybe they got the wrong mission. Among the large headlines concerning Apollo this morning is one asking that you watch for a lovely girl with a big rabbit.
Hello there, Earthling.
Hello there.
An ancient legend says a beautiful Chinese girl called Chang'o has been living there for 4,000 years. It seems she was banished to the moon because she stole the pill of immortality from her husband. You might also look for her companion, a large Chinese rabbit, who is easy to spot since he is always standing on his hind feet in the shade of a cinnamon tree. The name of the rabbit is not reported.
Okay, we'll keep a close eye for the bunny girl.
And in Corby, England, an Irishman, John Coyle, has won the World Porridge Eating Championship by consuming 23 bowls of instant oatmeal in a 10-minute time limit from a field of 35 other competitors. Over.
I'd like to enter Aldrin in the oatmeal eating contest next time. He's on his 19th bowl.
Roger.
Back here in Houston,
Mayor Louis Welch promises the lifting of lawn watering restrictions if the rains continue. And the big news around Houston today concerns the Astros. In the sports world, the Houston Astros rallied in the 9th inning at Cincinnati to dump the Reds 7-4.
your three wives and children got together for lunch yesterday at Buzz's house. According to Pat, it turned out to be a gift fest. President Nixon is planning to use his executive power to streamline the Interstate Commerce Commission. It was reported Nixon would trim...
He was later in the week enthusiastically welcomed at the Jackie Gleason golf match in Miami, Florida, where local residents celebrate.
As air pollution reached critical levels, the Senate unanimously backed a National Environmental Policy Act to make the safeguarding of the physical environment.
Astronauts are not the only explorers in the news. San Diego awaits the arrival of Mrs. Sharon Adams on her solo crossing of the Pacific. Seen here leaving Yokohama, California couple said they plan to marry at the precise moment Armstrong sets foot on the lunar...
In Vietnam, things are relatively quiet, with only a few firefights. 814 men of the 3rd Battalion, 60th
GIs north of Saigon were evacuating villagers. In the Mekong Delta, a South Vietnamese force was...
New riots broke out in Northern Ireland during the celebration marking the 297th anniversary of the Battle of Boyne, a Protestant victory over the forces
More
of...
witnesses in its investigation of student disorders that took place at Harvard and other universities last spring. 10,000 Harvard students.
Registration for the Black Panther Party convention being held at party headquarters in Oakland.
The White House, Quakers had gathered to continue their silent vigil against...
The Grand Prix auto races at Watkins Glen, New York, and the 200 Mile at Trenton, New Jersey, were won by world-famous Mario Andretti, who now takes the lead in U.S. Auto Club.
Anti-poverty workers out of Charleston, West Virginia, are taking information about birth control and family planning into the mountains of Appalachia.
A new line of space toys drew impressive crowds of children of all ages in the Tokyo department stores on the eve of Apollo's touchdown.
In the Mideast, young Jordanian guerrillas trained for battle, while new skirmishes broke out.
In retaliation to Israeli assaults, a force of 32 Egyptian commandos slipped across the ceasefire.
From the U.S. Defense Department that
1.5 million Biafrans have now succumbed to starvation.
Great 52 carried out
air
another
war with
successful
Nigeria.
Benjamin Spot is
Chicago Cubs are still
young Jordanian over Viet Cong's American League. Larry joined up nose yesterday, right Vietnam.
Plus all balls plus 0, 0, 0, 9 or 8 plus correction 0, 0, 5, 7, 2 perigee plus 0, 0, 0, 8, 5 0, 0, 7, 6, 4 0, 3, 0 0, 0, 0, 2, 9er, 3, down 86, minus 0, 0, 7, 5, 9er.
Apollo went into orbit around the moon. The journey that had taken the lifetime of mankind was nearing its crucial moment.
Hello, Apollo 11, Houston. We're wondering if you're started into the limb yet, over. Okay, Charlie, we're in the limb. The tracking index mark is the same. Roger, we copy. Houston, Apollo 11. Apollo 11 Eagle, over.
The lunar module Eagle was again given a thorough checkout to ensure the functioning of all systems, as Armstrong and Aldrin prepared to seal themselves off from Collins in the command module and for the two craft to pull apart.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Houston out, over.
Okay, it's go there, Capcom on the hot fire. Okay, all flight controllers going around the horn, gonna go for undocking. Okay, retro, go. Fido, go. Guide, go. Control, go. Telcom, go. GNC, go. Ecom, go. Surgeon, go. Capcom, we're go for undocking.
Hello, Eagle, Houston, we're standing by, over. Eagle, Houston, we see you on the steerable, over. Roger, Eagle, undocked. Roger, how does it look? The Eagle has wings. Roger.
The Eagle has wings. On its own now, but with Columbia near at hand, it coasted around to the backside of the moon, and there, while out of direct communication with the Earth, it fired its engine to slow its descent to a touchdown on the near side of the moon. Collins in Columbia continued in orbit, awaiting their return.
Okay, all flight controllers, gonna go for landing. Retro, go. Fido, go. Guidance, go. Control, go. Telcom, go. GNC, go. Ecom, go. Surgeon, go. Capcom, we're go for landing. Altitude 4200.
Houston, you're a go for landing, over. Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000 feet. You're looking great.
How you doing, Control? We look good here, fine. Roger, how about you, Telcom? Go. Guidance, you happy? Go. Fido,
Go. 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet. Into the ag. 47 degrees. Roger. 37 degrees.
Still looking very good.
Your go. Copy. Alarm. 1201. 1201. Roger, 1201 alarm.
1201 alarm. Same type, we're go, flight. Okay, we're go.
We're go. Same type. We're go.
Altitude 1600.
Eagle looking great. Roger, 1202. We copy it. 35 degrees. 750. Coming down to 23. 540 feet and at 15. 1050 feet down at 4. Altitude, velocity, light. 3.5 down, 220 feet. 11 forward, coming down nicely, 200 feet. 4.5 down, 5.5 down. 100 feet, 3.5 down, 9 forward. Okay, 75 feet. That's looking good, down a half. 6 forward. 60 seconds. Lights on, forward. Forward. 40 feet, down 2.5. Picking up some dust. Great shadow. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 30 seconds. Forward, just. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
This is Apollo Control Houston at 105 hours, now into the flight to Apollo 11. Our current plan is to have crew members aboard the Eagle to eat and relax for a little while prior to starting EVA preps. We won't know with certainty or have a reasonable time hack until about an hour before the
世界
scheduled
は
event.
人類がその歴史上初めて月面に一歩を踏む瞬間を待っているのであります。街の通りにはかなり多くの人が見られますが、大多数の人はもちろんテレビを見られるホテルのロビーとか休憩室に集まっています。私たちは待っているところ
que l'homme pour la première fois prenne pied sur la Lune. Les rues sont loin d'être vides naturellement, mais naturellement aussi c'est surtout dans les halls d'hôtels, les bars et les appartements que les gens se groupent, c'est-à-dire partout où ils peuvent trouver un récepteur de télévision. Et nous attendons tous.
Lagebericht, während die Welt darauf wartet, dass ein Mensch zum ersten Mal den Mond betritt.
And the world waited. July 20th, 1969. It is said that 500 million people gathered at TV sets around the world to wait for the first Earthling to set foot on the moon. Countless millions more listened on the radio to the voices from the moon.
This is Neil, radio check. Neil, this is Houston, loud and clear. Break, buzz.
Never before had so many people been attuned to one event at one time.
世界都等待着人类首次登陆月球的当儿。
The world waited, curious, wondering, aware, like a sleeper wakened in the night by a faraway sound. A moment sensed, more than understood.
Stand by. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. Neil, we can see you coming. Okay, I just checked, getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up. Roger, we copy. It's a pretty good little jump. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The limb footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches. Although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the limb. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That's one small step for man,
pequeño paso para
one giant leap for mankind.
どんな人間にとっては小さな一歩である。
Dies ist ein kleiner Schritt für den
Et c'est un bond en avant gigantesque pour l'humanité.
Man is on the moon at 4 seconds. 8 at a time. Astronaut
Neil Armstrong.
L'homme est sur la Lune à 22h50.
Pełna księżycu. O godzinie 4:17 rano, czasu przylądka Kennedy, astronauta Neil Armstrong zeskoczył z ostatniego szczebla drabinki pojazdu księżycowego
从月球登陆器的梯子踏上月球。人類が月面に到着しました。ケープケネディ時間で4時17分。最近アームストロング船長はアームストロング船から月面にランドに入り、そしてアームストロング
Oh, that looks beautiful from here, Neil. It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here. Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston?
Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. You're in our field of view now.
Okay, ready for me to come out?
All set.
Okay, I'm on the top step. It's a very simple matter to hop down from one step to the next.
You've got 3 more steps and then a long one.
Okay, I'm going to leave that 1 foot up there and both hands down about the 4th rung up. There you go. Okay, now I think I'll do the same. A little more. About another inch. There, you got it? That's a good step. Beautiful view. Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here. Magnificent desolation. Tyler is very, very fine powder, isn't it? Isn't it fine? Hey, Neil, didn't I say we might see some purple rocks? Find the purple rocks? Yep. Very small, sparkly fragments. Okay, Houston, I'm going to change lenses on you.
Roger, Neil.
You up again when you finish the panorama.
You're going too fast on the panorama sweep. You're going to have to stop for...
I haven't stopped. I haven't set it down yet. That's the first picture in the panorama. Okay, I'm going to move it. Tell me if you got a picture, Houston.
Well, we've got a beautiful picture, Neil. Okay, we got that one. Okay, there's another good one. For a final orientation, we'd like it to come left about 5 degrees over.
Okay.
Okay, that looks good there, Neil.
Buzz is erecting the solar wind experiment now.
Every precious minute of their 2.5 hours on the surface was programmed. Rock and soil samples were to be collected, photographs taken, experiments set up to catch unfiltered particles from the sun, to record moonquakes, to measure precisely by laser beam reflection the exact distance between moon and Earth.
Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over.
Houston, Columbia on the high gate, over.
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now. I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit.
They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.
Up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface. Beautiful, just beautiful. How is the quality of the TV?
Oh, it's beautiful, Mike. It really is.
I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the lunar surface. You do have to be. All right, you do have to be rather careful to keep track of where your center of mass is. Sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 paces to make sure that you've got your feet underneath you. And about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 easy paces can bring you to a fairly smooth stop. It's like a football player, you just have to put out to the side and cut a little bit. So-called kangaroo hop does work, but it seems your forward stability is not quite as good. Would get rather tiring after several hundred feet. But this may be a function of the suit as well as lack of gravity force here. I noticed in the soft spots where we have footprints nearly an inch deep that the soil is very cohesive and it will retain a slope of probably 70 degrees on the side of the footprint.
Buzz is making his way around the limb, photographing it from various angles, looking at its condition on all sides.
Right in this area, there are two craters. The one that's right in front of me now, as I look off in about the 11 o'clock position from spacecraft, about 30 to 35 feet of moss. Roger up.
In the foreground, Buzz Aldrin is collecting a core tube sample.
I hope you're watching how hard I have to hit this into the ground to the tune of about 5 inches, Houston. Roger. It almost looks wet.
Buzz, this is Houston. You've got about 10 minutes left now prior to commencing your EVA termination activities. Over.
Roger, I understand.
It's marvelous.
Absolutely fantastic.
The first person on the moon, it's just too much. I can't get over it.
I don't know how to put it, but it's the most marvelous thing. It's a miracle.
This is formidable. I don't know what.
But we are really thrilled.
For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world.
I think it's great, really great for the whole world. This means a lot to all the countries, not just for America.
And being out of it and being closest to the moon makes us realize that we're all human beings together.
I hope this brings unity amongst all countries.
And I just hope it won't help you from solving all internal problems you may have.
Well, I think it's a waste of a lot of money that could be used for something else. They holler about people are being on starvation.
This huge amount of money Americans spend to see what the moon is like. What's wrong?
It's disgusting. It's a pity they haven't got something else to do. Be better if they'd done something for the old ones.
What if Columbus had decided he couldn't get the money from Isabella? Where would we be?
That's one of God's celestial planets, and he put it in the sky for a purpose, and he didn't put it up there for people to clutter up like they have the Earth.
Myself, I'm really interested to see what's up there. And
we must open all secrets that are opening to us throughout the ages.
I think that the dream of the man from the beginning of the human race is coming now.
And so, standing firmly in the lunar surface is the American flag, left behind by the Apollo 11 crew. Next week, the Eagle returns to Earth with a valuable cargo. Scientists examine the various rock samples that the Apollo 11 crew brought back with them. Conclusions are drawn about how unique the Earth is in comparison to other planets. I'm Lynn Bondurant.